I think it's going. Go. Welcome to the warm-up zone, guys. We are back at it again. How's your week going so far?
Well, we had a little bit of a hiccup in the sports world, so that was a little sad for us. For a minute there, I was like real worried about the NBA season, but they're playing today. That's okay.
Yeah.
And I got to go to Sam's Club.
4?
So normally when my wife and I order groceries, she just does the pickup thing. And so they don't let you get the fresh stuff when you pick up stuff. So like the really good croissants. They don't let you do curbside pickup for the really good croissants at Sam's Club. So I had to go. I did a little daddy-daughter date. We went and got croissants and got the oil changed and got the car washed.
Sounds like a productive week.
I got croissants. It was great.
It's all right, croissants.
I love croissants.
I see that.
Love croissants.
And the fact that you've had them before we started the last 3 weeks.
Oh, I should have made croissants before we started.
Now I've said it.
Great. It's not the same. We forgot that croissants.
Yeah.
We're croissantless.
You're croissantless.
I'm croissantless.
Yeah, it's a little different.
All right. Anyway.
Oh, cool.
We don't have
back
a lot
to
to talk
sports.
about.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot to talk about this week. We'll just kind of do some NBA playoff recap, and it might not be as long as it normally is, but we'll sit here and have a good time, and I'll try to kill time talking about croissants.
Because he's weird. But
I love croissants.
yeah, so we had the Lakers. They're doing pretty good against Portland. They the first couple games, they were rough.
You know what I need for the Lakers?
First game.
You know what I need for the Lakers Portland Trailblazers game? I should have brought a costume today. I should have had like a top hat, a suit, and a broom. It's going to be a gentleman's sweep. It's over.
Is it really a sweep when it's...
It's called a gentleman's sweep.
3-1.
They're going to win.
I know,
They're going to win today. Do they play today? I forgot. I think they
so.
do. Yeah. Today they play 9 p.m. Eastern time, so 7 o'clock tonight. Gentleman's sweep. It's over.
Gonna happen. Definitely gonna happen. Unlike the
Heat and Bucks. Over.
which one?
The Heat and the Bucks?
Bucks.
No, wait. The Heat are going to play the Bucks because the Bucks are going to beat the Magic. I wrote that down like that because I've already forgot about the Magic. I've already forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot that the Bucks are playing the Magic. So,
over.
Magic, please don't waste our time and win a game.
Yeah.
It's actually
gonna
been,
be
like,
done.
if you watch the game recaps, because who's actually watching those games? Like, no one. No one's actually watching
They're
the
going
Magic
on
play the
while I'm
Bucks.
at work. I'm not watching them.
Yeah, they're playing them at, like, they're going on, I think, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock
Yeah.
here? Like, they're
Something
going
like
on
that.
early. No one. It's like, so what's the worst time we could watch the reigning MVP of the league play a game? I don't know, 11 in the morning? Yeah, let's put them on then. All right.
It's like the one game I can watch is the one game I know they're gonna win. The Lakers.
Yeah. We are in prime time to be able to watch those games. But we can also watch the Clippers and the Mavericks most of the time.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping Mavericks win.
Yeah.
I just
So-
have not been impressed. Can't talk today. Impressed with the Clippers. I feel like they haven't shown up.
You realize they just won by 43, right?
Yeah.
43 points.
One game out of the rest of them, which were garbage.
To be fair, Kristaps Porzingis did not play, and Luka Doncic is. I can't
Excuses.
Luka
Excuses.
doesn't have an. He's got ankle issues.
Still, they were like one of the top teams, like top picks.
I believe
They
you
have
picked
not
them
been
to go to the
playing.
finals, didn't you?
I did, and that's they're not
Do you still
playing
pick
like
them?
a top pick.
Do you
No.
still pick them?
No.
Who do you think's going to the finals now?
Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Lakers can't shoot.
They're winning.
Actually, I firmly believe if the Lakers keep playing defense the way that they've been playing defense, because Portland's a really good offensive team. even with Damian Lillard out. If the Lakers keep playing defense, they're just like big and long dudes. Like, if you watch them, they just play. When they play really good defense, leads to easy offense, and that's when they're scary. Mm-hmm. Not when their offense is doing well, because their offense is so hit and miss. You're kind of like, they're gonna suck here now.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
whereas
LeBron
defense is all about effort. So as long as they put in a lot of effort throughout the week, throughout the games, they'll be good. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see the Clippers going all the way.
Yeah, I think the Clippers, this could have gone 7 games. I think they're going to close it out Sunday. I think it's over.
The Clippers are going to win?
Oh, yeah. I think since Kristaps Porzingis is not playing, it's over. It doesn't matter anymore. That's over. Especially once you lose. Well, actually, I don't know. The Mavericks just got embarrassed. They just lost by like 43 points. I could see Luka putting up good numbers. It could be a close game.
I hope it's a close game.
I really want it to go 7. I like watching Luka play. It's so fun.
I'm okay with it going 7. That'd make it fun, interesting.
That's if the Clippers don't, try to break his arm or step on his foot again.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think of that?
I think
that was on purpose?
Oh, yeah.
Think he?
Oh, yeah. He stepped out of his lane. There was no clear path to the foot. None.
Where's his foot? There it is.
Yeah. Definitely on purpose.
Do
you not think so?
You are a professional basketball player. I find it really hard to believe that that's not on purpose. Like, how often do you really step on people's feet? How often do we see that happen? Like on the back of their ankle, and their shoe falls off. I don't think it happens often enough for that to just be a coincidence. Because I'm kind of like, well, his ankle's hurt. You're picking him up full court in a game where you're winning by a lot. That's a little weird.
And he had no reason to go down there. The shot was already in.
Yeah, it was definitely on purpose. The question is, are you okay with it? Is that okay?
No.
You don't think that's okay? Because I heard a lot this week about how people were saying, "What's the star player? We got to protect our star players. I can't believe he would do that. He needs to be like suspended and fined and blah blah blah, and he would ruin the playoff series for everybody."
I think it could very easily go that direction.
I semi-agree with that, but then the football side of me kicks in, and I'm like, it's just time to man up and be
you
tough.
play to take out the top player.
Yeah, time to when defensive linemen get a chance to hit the quarterback, they hit him as hard as they can. If they can take him out of the game, great. They're not like actively trying to hurt people.
No, but it's part of the reason why I think Lamar Jackson isn't going to do as well. He's going to keep running, and they're going to hit him hard to stop him.
They're going to keep hitting. Yeah, he's going to get hit over and over.
It's not like, we need to protect him so he
just
can keep running all over us.
Yeah, it's a little different because running backs are built like little balls of thunder that just can get hammered over and over and over again. And they can just take that beating, and it's just a normal play. So not everyone's going to hit you as hard as they can on every single play. That's just not realistic. Whereas if the quarterback's running and you have a chance to pop the quarterback, yeah, you're going to do that. You just got to hit him as hard as you can. You want to get in his head so he's gets nervous and flinches.
You also have to,
that's what Markieff Morris is doing.
Full contact sport.
Yeah, but Markieff Morris, you don't get to really do that. So
you're not tackling people while you're shooting a basket.
He steps on his foot a little bit. Now Luke is like, oh, man, they're going to step on my foot while I go down the lane. He's not going to want to drive. He gets a little nervous,
Yeah, but he could have very easily made that way worse.
At the same time, I still think Luka.
Luka's
tough.
Dirty.
Since he's like 14, he's been playing with grown men in Europe. So I think he's okay. I think he'll be all right.
Oh, I think he's okay, too. I'm just saying it could have been worse. It's still a little dirty.
I think the league, if Luka went down, was seriously hurt, would have suspended him for a game. At least a game, and fined him.
Yeah.
And called it a flagrant, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I forgot the player's name did to Paul George. In the same game, he went to go block the ball, and made sure he hit his face. Just like, Paul George, don't come down here, you know? Yeah.
Isn't that...
it's very, very Michael Jordan era-esque, that kind of style of playing. It's very, if you're going to come down here, we're going to put you on the ground. So...
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes it's nice to see that. Do we want to see that so often that, like, every single time they go down the lane, it's just, like, swarmed by 3 guys and smacked in the face, and they get hurt every time? They're playing every other game because they're hurt. I don't want to see that. But a little bit of physicality, I'm okay with that. That's why I like it when they throw it down to AD, and AD, like, bumps up against the guy a few times, and he tries to go up, and he dunks on him. He's like, what? Ah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm okay with that. 100%. You gotta play like you want it, and they're playing hard.
You know what I really like about this whole thing going on?
What?
Inside the bubble is if you watch the Mosaic cam on the NBA League Pass, they get the mics up there so you can, like, hear everything that they say.
Oh yeah.
It's really funny to hear what some of those people say, because you would think, like, every time somebody, like, dunks or something, they're just like, dang it, like, super pissed. But, like, there was one, somebody dunked it or something, like, flew past Alex Caruso in the Lakers game, and he just, like, turned him, and he's just like he wasn't even, like, really mad. He just, like, like, very defeated, just like, yep, that one's on me. My bad. It's just funny to hear him talk. I really enjoy that.
I know you've talked about how baseball players should be mic'd up all the time too.
Dude, when they mic up people in the NFL, the NBA, I don't think they do it very often in baseball. But when they do, I really enjoy that. I forgot to pull up the chat.
It's a little bit different in baseball because the announcers will be having a full-on conversation during the game with a person that's mic'd up, because it's not like they are good one.
My bad. I'm trying to pull up to make sure there's no one, like, trying to chat with us. Not that anyone watches this, but
wow, you have little faith.
What are you trying to say, man? I'm just trying to look at the
Hey,
chat.
we got people that love us. Okay, maybe
Who?
love us a
What,
little
your
far.
wife?
No, she doesn't watch this.
You kidding me? She hates this. Oh, man.
She doesn't like sports.
She doesn't like sports?
Not like this. No, not to watch a sports podcast.
Why don't you talk about that no-hitter while I try to find this thing?
No-hitter, so we're just going to drastically change.
No, I'm just kidding. No one cares about the no-hitter with the no-name dude.
Okay, come on. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's.
I love it.
I know it's not a team you necessarily care for because it doesn't have Aaron Judge on the team.
Who, the White Sox?
But yeah, baseball had a no-hitter. First one of 2020. It's kind of fun. Lucas Giolito. I think I said that correctly. Giolito. Yeah,
Wonderful.
I think so.
I'm glad we got that out of the way. I don't hate baseball. It's just so boring.
You make it. That's a two totally different. I don't hate baseball. I just hate watching it.
No. I can
It's
sit there and
boring.
watch a baseball game. It's just like,
You just said
if I'm
going
to clean the house, I'm going to watch a
You're
live
going to put
baseball.
cleaning the house above what? No.
Nah.
No.
You know when I watch
I'm not
baseball?
the biggest basketball guy, but I would still rather watch basketball than clean the house.
All right. Baseball highlights are fun.
Okay, highlights for any sport are kind of fun.
Eh.
You get to see the best of all the moments.
I would prefer to watch a full NFL game than watch the highlights of an NFL game.
Okay, it depends on the team.
Yeah, you're right. If we're watching...
I don't really care to watch a full game of the Raiders. I just don't.
The Raiders.
I'd rather watch the highlight.
What's
Now,
wrong
if
with
it's
the
the
Raiders?
Saints, watching that full game.
Did you see what
Patrick
they
Mahomes watching that full game.
Did you see what they called the new Raider Stadium?
No. What?
The Death Star.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
It's just this black It's awesome. It's so
did hear
cool.
that the other
I
day.
think I'm gonna get more into watching the Raiders. I want to see the stadium.
Nope.
I really want to see that
do.
stadium.
I
I know.
I want to see.
We
the
live
stadium,
in
but
Colorado.
nope.
We're not. That's blasphemous.
No.
But I really would
You're
like
about
to
be
see.
kicked off your own podcast.
For what?
Like
Not-
the Raiders.
Not being a homer.
I don't care if you're a homer or not. Just don't like the Raiders.
I'm not saying I like the Raiders. Things are interesting. I like interesting. I don't like boring.
That's fair.
The Broncos tend to be okay. If Drew Lock goes off this year, will be interesting. Broncos will be interesting if Drew Lock goes off this year.
If he goes off.
If he doesn't and kind of just plays like a backup quarterback, no one cares.
Yeah, I don't know. So many people are like, "Oh, he's going to be great. He's going to do this and this." I'm like, I don't really want to get my hopes up.
Yeah,
I think he's
tone it
talented.
back.
I think he's very
Tone it back.
talented, but I just have a hard time saying they're top playoff team. Which I have
Who
heard-
says they're
I
a
have
top
heard.
playoff team?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but
If
about
you
a few
think the
weeks ago.
Broncos are a top playoff team, you need to watch some football. Pay attention.
I don't know. I don't think he's there yet. I think he can be one day. Just not there yet. So,
I still stand with this. If you're not a great team, tank for Trevor Lawrence. That's where I'm at.
you've been saying that for so long now.
I know. Trevor Lawrence.
Whatever.
The cape and the boots.
I don't know you have weird obsessions with weird things, weird players. And
Okay, what? Aaron Judge?
he's a great
what's weird
player,
about that?
but
he's just baseball players don't look like Aaron Judge.
because it's just doesn't make sense. You don't need to.
Dude, it looks like
You don't need to look like The Rock to hit a freaking baseball out of the park.
it looks like Rob Gronkowski is out there playing baseball.
And it looks awkward.
It's awesome.
It's
It
awkward.
looks like he's bigger than everybody else. It's like in middle school where the one kid actually is starting to hit puberty and the rest of you aren't. He's just walking around. You're just like, oh my god.
No. I think it looks awkward. It looks unnatural.
Nah.
It's like watching the Joker for Denver. It just doesn't look natural.
Yeah, okay.
It's just
That really doesn't look natural.
I watched him
at
run
all.
up and down the court the other day, and it's just, can you run? You're getting down quickly, but it doesn't look like running.
You know what?
Great player, but
He gives me hope. If
the
that
hope
man
for what?
if that man can be an athlete,
You can
anybody
too.
can be an athlete. Because that dude is about as fit as I am. Probably a little bit better in the cardio aspect.
I will say it's fun to watch him just be like,
man.
yeah,
I love it.
maybe I can play basketball.
And he's just like, it's just so
Yeah,
weird.
it's very awkward.
I love it. It's great.
Very.
Did he show up for Halloween in that Joker outfit? If he doesn't
I
do
don't
that
know,
every
but-
year, he's totally missing out on an opportunity.
He's a little tall to be the Joker, but
Man, we're just all over the freaking place.
yeah,
It's
weird
the weird
pod-
week.
It's-
We get to play. We're gonna. It's like what all these companies are doing with COVID. We're just We're just using it as an excuse to be bad. So we're using this week where nothing happened to be bad. It's an excuse to be bad. Okay.
Is it really bad though?
What?
I said, is it really that bad though?
No, it's not. We're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
This is fun. We're having fun.
Don't force it.
Okay.
Calm down.
It's like golf. Fun.
Golf is
Forced fun.
no
Forced fun. It's
No,
forced
golf
fun.
is not forced fun. Beg to differ on that one.
10 holes. 10 holes is good. After that, it's just
10? No. All right, moving
wife
back.
commented. She said there's no excuse to be bad. You know what? That's fair.
It's fair.
Shout out to my wife. Keeping me in check. Damn it.
Ugh.
All right.
At least your wife's watching.
Oh, my wife loves me.
That's one of us being loved.
Monica,
wife
you
loves
need to
me.
watch at least 5 minutes of this.
Just not at this
Just turn it
moment.
on, put it in the corner.
She probably just woke up like 20 minutes ago.
Can't wait to call your wife out like that. Rude.
I don't have a problem with it. I
It's
would
the
have been
weekend.
waking up 20
Weekend.
minutes ago if I didn't
Well,
have
that's
this
because you
going
stayed
on.
up till 2:30 in the morning playing.
You could have played with us.
I'm
Whatever.
not playing that game anymore.
All
Anyway,
right.
we're talking about sports.
Denver, Utah.
Denver
Since we were
versus
talking
Utah.
about the Joker.
I bet that's over soon.
Yeah, Utah's going to win it.
Yeah, you just feel that
Yeah.
last game wasn't. Utah just wasn't going to win it. You just had that feeling
Yeah.
of just the way Denver played. Even when the Jazz were leading, it was just very, they're not going to win.
Yeah.
Jazz just aren't going to win. At the same time, it was like the first game for Denver where it was just like they had to
showed
play great to win, so it didn't even feel like that great of a win.
Yeah.
Like it was a great win
Yeah, no,
because they're
that's
still
fair.
alive, but it still was like, okay, but you have to play great to beat
Yeah.
a hurt Jazz team missing a few good players.
And the Jazz, they're still kind of kicking Denver's butt.
Denver needs
I honestly thought it was going to be over.
Denver needs another year or two, or they need to trade for like a good veteran player.
Yeah.
Veteran players win in the playoffs, not young people, which is why they're not going to. Like, even if the Jazz move on to the next round, Donovan Mitchell's going to get his butt kicked by
No,
Paul
yeah.
George and Kawhi, the Claw.
Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely agree. It's just, I feel like Denver just hasn't really shown up. I honestly really did think it was going to be over their last game.
I was really, honestly,
And they showed
right
it.
at the beginning, I was just like, this is going to be great. They're going to go 7. And it just didn't happen.
Yeah. No, not how I expected that round to go.
Yeah,
But-
that's okay.
That's basketball.
It's a little
That's sports for you.
At least those are a close series. If you look at the East, none of those are
Yeah.
close. 4-0,
4-0,
4-0,
4-0,
4-1.
3-1.
Yeah, it's 3-1. It's just not interesting.
Yeah, the West is
just-
definitely making it better. I mean, you saw the Lakers, which are 3-1, going to be 4-1.
Yeah,
They
but
play today, right?
how often does LeBron let it get that close? Let's be real.
No, he's LeBron.
Yeah, I just want to say, if you don't like LeBron, even after watching his games, I can't help you. Just because we were watching the highlights again. I watched that whole Lakers-Portland game. But if you're watching the highlights, he's just doing things that are crazy. Even when he's old. He's controlling everything about that game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how good the other players are. He's controlling the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different level. Like, you can say Kevin Durant's the second best player or even Kawhi is. It's just, even if you watch the games and the way they're played, they're not in control of the game. Sure, they can play well and score some points, but other people need to play well and score points. They just don't control the game as well. It's
Yeah.
a different level. It's a Michael Jordan-esque level.
Well, LeBron leads it. Like, if he's having an off day, that team is having an off day.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? No one's perfect. They're going to have off days. I mean,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan
It happens.
didn't go perfect from the field every time he played.
No, it happens. That's why they're 3-1. But they're getting it done.
Yeah, that's over. The Celtics in Toronto, I thought could be more interesting, but Lowry is going to be out, and he's like Chris Paul for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chris Paul for OKC. He just kind of, controls the pace of the game. He's pretty good at that. But he's out. He's questionable, so we'll see what happens with all that. But
So who do you actually, have going for that?
winning that?
Yeah.
So I think it could go 6 or 7.
Okay.
The Celtics are more interesting, and I root for interesting. So go interesting. Celtics.
That's fair.
Sorry, Canada. Like I said. It's Canada. I think you mean North Montana. I haven't called it Canada in years.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one game I honestly don't really know to go for.
I'm really hoping the Celtics just pull it off. But I think it'll be close because both teams are really well coached.
Yeah.
And they have multiple B+ to A- dudes.
I think that's going to be a fun game to watch.
All about the team. Those teams are about their teams. They're not relying on 2 stars to win the whole thing for you. Rockets and OKC. That one's 2-2. That's going to be fun. And Westbrook is coming back. That's what it was. This whole thing over the last 3 days was a ploy so that Westbrook could come back.
Doubt it.
We're boycotting so we get Westbrook back. Not really. That's not lying. But
don't joke about that.
Sorry. Not joking about that. It's not funny.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, Westbrook is back. I'm excited to watch that series again because, sure, it's kind of fun to watch the Rockets and OKC play, but it's like Chris Paul just controlling the game and doing all this stuff, trying to will OKC to a win, and then it's James Harden, step back 3. James Harden passed for a 3-pointer. James Harden missed 3-pointer. They shot like 58 threes in their last game. I think at one point they went like 3 for 28. Yep. That's not fun for us to watch.
It is a little fun.
To watch them just fail?
No, but it's
like watching us play basketball at the park. Oh, air ball. Oh, air ball. Oh, this layup.
It gives me hope.
It gives you...
I can be great one.
So if I get really good at shooting threes, I might get signed by an NBA team. That's so cool. No, but Westbrook doesn't really shoot threes. He's not good at it. Yeah. And so it's great because he kind of shoots the mid-range, kind of changes it up so we don't have to watch the same thing of just jacking up threes. He drives down the lane and dunks, or Harden throws it to him. It's a Harden layup, free throws, or everyone's shooting the 3. And it gets kind of old after a little bit. I do find them interesting because of how they play, but it can get old. You watch 4 games in a row with the Rockets, you're kind of like, okay, it's the same thing over and over. Like the stinking desert.
That's fair. I don't have as big of an opinion on that as you do, apparently.
Westbrook, I wish... There's some players I wish I could see live. Westbrook is one of them.
I mean, I can get that.
He's just so ferocious.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing at all.
It's just fun to watch.
It's very true.
The Sixers got swept.
Do you really think they weren't?
Joel Embiid, probably one of the most talented centers in the league since Shaq. He's going to be amazing. Swept in the first round.
Never had them going anywhere.
Swept in the first round. You can say it was out without Ben Simmons. I'm sorry. If you're the most talented center since Shaq, you should at least get 1 or 2 wins. But you got swept.
Yeah.
I know we're going to blame it on Brett Brown, the coach. Because that's what we do in the NBA. We blame the coach. We don't blame the players and hold them accountable for what happened. But that was on Joel Embiid. That was all on him.
Yeah.
He's just... And kind of on the front office. Like, they had they just let's find the biggest people. We'll put them out there to play basketball. And they got rid of, why didn't you keep J.J. Redick and Jimmy Butler? That doesn't make any sense to me. You were this close. 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces away from going to the next stage in the playoffs. Sorry. Did you see that Kawhi has the shoe called I think it's the 4 bounce shoe because of that shot? Not gonna lie, I kind of want those shoes. They're kind of fun.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they were that close, and they let all those people go, and they got they kept Tobias Harris, which I would keep him. He's pretty good. And they kept, but they didn't keep Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler seems to know what to do because they just swept the Pacers pretty quickly. I mean, he was kind of hurt for that last game, but you can just tell. And I like Jimmy Butler a lot, even when he was getting bounced around the league because people thought he was a bad teammate. I still liked him because I understood what he was saying. I was like, yeah, he's just trying to push guys. Let's win. This is about winning. And
He's
you
very
know,
much.
a lot of people can be very like buddy, like, oh yeah, it's okay, we'll get to the playoffs, and just trust the process, man.
Yeah, but I mean, even LeBron doesn't do that. He's pushing people.
Yeah, he pushes them. And so I really like Jimmy Butler's style of just. I know he doesn't shoot threes, which I find to be. He's a little like Westbrook, where he just doesn't shoot threes, which I find to be very. That's kind of essential. You need to shoot threes. It's my one knock on Jimmy Butler, but he's perfectly willing to pass. He goes and gets a bucket. You know, he can shoot a three. He just doesn't, which I find kind of weird. And you let him go, and he probably pissed off Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid.
Probably.
Because that's what he
gonna
does.
happen, yeah.
I'm sorry, he pissed off Cat and Joel Embiid, the two most talented centers in the league right now. I'm sorry. When was the last time a center won a championship?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Do you even know the center's name for the Clippers? You only know the center's names for the Lakers because they're on the Lakers. And one of them is a star on Shaqtin' a Fool, and the other one had the nickname Superman and won a dunk contest. That's the only reason you know the center's names on their teams.
Yeah.
Why do you know the Do you know the center's names on the Bucks?
No.
It's the Lopez twins. And the only reason you would even know that is because they do the WWE fight at the beginning of the game in the locker room.
Yeah.
Casual fans are not going to know who the centers are. Sorry. Centers cannot be the one to lead your team anymore. It's just not a thing.
Yeah. I would agree.
Even if you can shoot threes, because then you're just settling. You're like, okay, shoot a three, whatever. It's great. Just don't dunk on me down here. Please. Please.
Okay.
Any other things happening?
Not
What's
really a
going
whole
on?
lot
What's the schedule look like?
more. Ooh.
Let's see. Orlando's going to play the Bucks. Bucks are just going to puny guard. And then Houston Rockets, Oklahoma. I really think that's going 7.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun
The
game.
Rockets
I'm
are going to
watching
win
that
tonight.
one. Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Because Westbrook is back, and he's going to bring them so much energy. And Harden will get to take a break, take a breather.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And even if they play the next game, it'll be true if the Rockets win the next game. Harden will get to take a breather. Westbrook will bring them energy. And they'll get to rest up a little bit for the next game. Who do they play if they win?
They are going to play the Lakers.
Really?
Yep.
Nice. That'll be hard. Whoever they... Well, actually, I think the Lakers crush OKC if OKC gets there. I don't think they will. Rockets. I feel like the Rockets series is going to be about the same as the Portland series. Because I think if Damian Lillard stayed, didn't get hurt, I think they'd take another game from the Lakers, possibly. I think the same thing happens with the Houston Rockets, you know.
Yeah.
They take a game or two, but they still end up losing. And the Lakers are going to meet the Clippers in the finals, or in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And then whoever that is going to play the Bucks. Unless, of course, Chris Middleton doesn't show up and the Celtics come out of nowhere and get to the finals.
So you would pick over Milwaukee or Boston? You would pick Boston? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think Milwaukee's better. But I'm also rooting. Again, I'm rooting for interesting.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The Bucks are not interesting. It's just Giannis driving down the lane,
I've tried
spins to his
watching the
left,
games.
dunks the ball, or he kicks it out to somebody shooting a three-pointer.
Yeah.
It's not that interesting to watch. The Celtics are at least interesting. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they shoot threes, they dunk, they get layups, they do circus things. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Even the Miami Heat are fun to watch because they pass the ball, and then somebody shoots a three, or they like pass it. Like, it's good team basketball. It's fun to watch. The Milwaukee Bucks are just like, they're expected to do well, and so when they do well, it's just boring.
No, that's fair. I definitely would say Boston's a little bit more entertaining to watch than Milwaukee right now.
Yeah,
Out of the games I've watched,
I'd
it's
much
just
rather watch
more
Miami
interested.
or Boston in the finals versus the Clippers or the Lakers. I think it'd be fun to watch Boston play the Lakers or the Clippers more because good team basketball and good defense against two superstars and good defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, like, those are both really good series.
Yeah.
It's like, are the two stars going to win, or is the really good team basketball with two upcoming stars going to win? I find that more interesting.
No, that will definitely,
Because
Be
the
a
Lakers
lot
played
more
the
fun to
Bucks
watch,
last
though.
time, and they just played really good defense on Giannis, and it was kind of over before it started. And
Yeah.
I think the Clippers would do the same thing. You make Chris Middleton beat you, and you know what? He's proven not to be able to do well in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I know he shot 2 threes towards the end of the Magic game. I know. We are trying to figure out where Paul George is until he showed up last game. It's kind of like with Chris Middleton. Wait, where's Chris Middleton? And then
Yeah.
he showed up and shot 2 threes in the last game. It's not
Good for
good. Good for you. You know, there's 7-game series. It's a 7-game series. You have to win 4 games.
Yeah.
Not just the one. Just letting you know, in case you didn't know that.
Who do we have next?
Let's see. Celtics play Toronto. We've talked about that. Clippers play the Mavericks. There's a teeny tiny possibility Luke is going to show up and just crush the Clippers all by himself.
I'm kind of hoping for that because it will make interesting basketball.
Yeah, it'll make it go 7. It's not going to happen.
No, it's
Clippers
not,
are
but
gonna win.
I'm
I think
hopeful.
it's over. Jazz. Who you got? The Jazz or the
Jazz.
Nuggets? That,
I have Jazz.
you got the Jazz, huh?
You're flipping a coin for it? You didn't even tell us who was heads and who was tails.
No, okay. Heads for the
That was
Nuggets.
pointless.
Jazz for tails. Tails. Jazz are going to win.
Yep.
It's a coin flip. It really is. I could easily go the other way. Hence,
I could too.
coin
but,
flip.
I think Jazz is just going to pull it out.
Yeah. And do we figure out when the football season starts? I'm really excited for some football.
Damn, dude, it's very soon.
Yeah, when's football start? Bear with me. Bear with me. Well,
September 10th
September 10th.
on a Thursday.
Dun, 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 dun. Who's playing? What's the first game? Okay. NFL schedule. I'm just going to link up the NFL schedule while you do that, too. We'll see who gets there first. Who will get there first? Who will get there first? Oh, look at that. I'm there first.
Way to
Houston
go.
plays Kansas City.
Head start.
Houston plays Kansas City. Is that what you got?
Yep.
All right. That'll be fun. Actually, that'll be a really good game. I love watching Deshaun Watson, who will probably, after this season, have to also get back surgery for carrying the Texans.
Probably.
Seattle and Atlanta. Oh, another player that'll have to get back surgery after the season. Russell Wilson for carrying the Seahawks. New York and
Yeah.
Buffalo.
But that's
Watch
on
this.
Sunday, right, though?
Yeah. New York's going to play Buffalo.
Okay.
New York's going to win.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Shocker.
That
Big
would be a
shocker.
shocker, actually, because everyone's expecting Buffalo to win their division now. Tom Brady's gone. Buffalo's got to win the division. You know what people are saying.
Yeah, I don't see
Chicago
it,
play Detroit. Who cares? Green Bay will play Minnesota. And Green Bay will get off to the wrong foot and get destroyed by Minnesota.
and still be thought of as a great team.
Miami will play New England. And you know what? I even think with Tom Brady not there, New England's just going to start off slow.
Yeah.
Like they always do and just get better. Or they're tanking for Trevor Lawrence like they should be. Oh, man.
He has a plan, that's for sure.
Philadelphia is going to play Washington. And surprise upset, Washington wins. That'd be kind of fun. Las Vegas Raiders and Carolina. Yeah, okay, all right. We shouldn't spoil this.
How are we spoiling it?
I don't know. This is going to start soon. It's going to be so much fun. Because next week,
What
What?
is next?
I think.
You won't be here next week, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I won't. You're going to do another one by yourself. But Cal will be here, so you can stream with Cal. There's an idea.
He will. He's not going with you.
No. Going with the other fam.
Oh, gotcha.
But the week after that, when I get back, we'll have a
have
football
football.
game to talk about.
We'll have football.
We'll have so much to talk about. NBA playoffs, football. I'm so excited. Do you know when the
Yep. it's gonna be
baseball
fun.
playoffs start?
They just reached their or just over their halfway point.
Usually, my favorite month of the year is October, because that's when the NBA starts. You get to see the new teams with the new players. Football's been going on for a little bit. You know what's going on. It's kind of fun. It's kind of in that murky time. Like, teams are getting better or they could be getting worse. You don't know. Oh, my gosh, they're 2-2. And baseball is in the playoffs. Baseball playoffs are the reason to watch baseball.
I don't really have it.
You don't?
I'm not seeing a date.
No. They probably got it. They don't even know how they're going to seed the playoffs. Do they?
I think they do.
Is it just going to be
There's
by
a
winning
few
percentage?
There's a few articles.
Marlins get in, winning 10 games and losing 3. Well,
It's a
everyone else.
16-team playoff format.
All right. That could be fun.
So
We actually filled up more time than I thought we would.
yeah,
So
for there being a gap.
a little bit of a gap in sports there, but that's okay. We'll get through it. It's just 2020. It's just the way it be sometimes.
True.
So, all right.
Is that it?
Well, yeah, we will see you guys next week. Well, Jeffrey
Correction.
will see.
I will see you
Jeffrey
guys
will
next
see you
week.
next And we'll get
Ditch me
Cal to
again.
jump in.
Yeah.
He'll probably want to bring up esports.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Esports. Power nap.
Yeah, it's all good. It'll
All
be a
right.
little bit of a change of pace. We'll be good.
All right. Well, and Cal's not here this week, so I got to go turn it off.
Yeah.
So
All
you
right.
say goodbye and tell people to like and subscribe.
All right, guys. I am sorry I did not get Spotify going this week. It's been a little bit of a long week in my work life. So I will be trying to get that up onto Spotify here soon. But besides that, like us, follow us. See you guys next week.